the egg quality of layer. So when a layer lay an egg, then we will only see external, without breaking the egg, we will only see observing the external quality, not internal quality. So here we discuss about external quality. The external characteristic of egg is assessed by the following method. Yani by egg size, and what is the egg weight? Is a smaller egg weight, average weight is 55 to 52 to 56 gram. So it is very large egg and oversized egg. Shape, it is shape, the egg, shape of egg is oval, it is oval or elongated or football size or round pebble size. Shell color, that is brown or white. Texture, it is very rough, it is it has, the egg has crack. It is cellless egg, just like this. Yeah, some pimples on the egg. There are also presence of ridge in the egg due to improper calcium deposition in the egg. Cleanliness of egg. Volume means quantity of egg and albumin. It also decides if volume is very large, then egg size will be also large. A specific gravity, that is shows how much egg are fresh. It is freshly laid, or it is old egg, or it is very old egg. Surface area, outside area of the egg. So on the basis of this, we decide egg quality. So, first we discuss egg size or weight. Egg weight may vary between breed and age of the birds. Egg weight will vary. That just we have discussed that the pullet has a small size of egg than the mature or old hen. However, it also depends on breed. And a large size breed have large egg. A small size breed have a small egg. A small, average size egg, not very small egg. Heavier birds produce heavier eggs. Means heavier birds have the breed of that birds having heavier body weight will produce heavy eggs. When compared to body size, Japanese quail lay heavier egg than the other species. When we compare the egg of different species of birds in poultry, from chicken, duck, turkey, emu, ostrich, goose, duck, chicken, then we will see that the egg produced by the quail, and a Japanese quail, is heavier than the eggs produced by other species of poultry birds. For example, chicken, egg weight 55 to 60 gram, duck 65 to 70 gram, goose 130 to 200 gram, quail 10 gram. And according to their body size, when we see the body size and egg production, the size of egg is heaviest. Yeah, weight of egg is heaviest than any other species of poultry birds. Turkey 65 to 70 gram, emu 560 to 570 to 650 gram, ostrich 1200 gram, and 1.2 kg. So these are the egg weight of different species of poultry birds. Egg shape. Generally, eggs are oval in shape. You see the eggs are oval in shape, because due to its oval shape, they have major role in packing and transportation. Egg shape depends on breed of hen and the individual birds. Egg shape of egg depends on birds belong to which class, which breed, or which class, and individual birds. Some birds are laying oval shape egg, and this is the genetic characteristic. All pullets will start to lay fairly a small side egg. Pullets are laying a small side of egg than adult hen. That is the pullate, that is very tiny size. You say the large side of egg. No? A very small will be the right shape, but very small, often with little or no yolk. Yani a small size egg have very little albumin or sometimes yolkless, in comparison to large size egg. And this small size of egg is produced by pullets. Abnormal shaped egg, you see, this is just like the potato, wrong shaped egg due to the cell defect. You also take the calcium pimples, improper calcium deposition. No. It occurs due to the defect in the reproductive system or excess calcium in the diet. You say the pear-shaped egg, you take football-shaped or saucer ball type egg. This is due to the disease condition, Rani Khed disease or infectious bronchitis disease, when birds are suffer from Rani Khed disease or Newcastle disease and infectious bronchitis, then this condition occurs. Egg shape index is also known as shape index. When we calculate the shape index, then the formula is average width divided by average length of egg and multiply by 100. The normal egg have shape index 72, range 70 to 74. A spherical shape egg have less length, so its value is more than 74, that is 75. Elongated eggs have more length but less width, then their shape index value is lesser than 70. Next, cell color or texture of egg. You know that there are two types of cell color, that is brown celled egg or white celled egg. Generally, commonly we see, but there are so many colors. You say this is chocolate brown color, this is bluish type, slightly bluish color, different. But it is said that the color of cell don't interfere with nutritive value. All the type of celled egg have equal nutritive value because it is the genetic property. It is not controlled by the feed. This is the black celled egg. You see the different colors of egg. It is all produced by chicken and hen. Now you say the texture. That's called body check, means the crack in the egg shell, which is not seen by naked eye. Only this crack is seen when we are candling the egg. Otherwise, it is not seen. That is why it is called body check. You see the thin ridge type. You see the ridge in the eggs due to the defective calcium deposition in the uterus. Sometimes, due to improper calcium deposition in the uterus, there is eggless soft-celled egg. There is cell, but it is very soft. When you just pick up the egg, it should be depressed. You say the pale Arabic cell, a rubber egg cell, or odd-shaped egg cell. Why? The viral respiratory disease, damaged egg cell gland coming into lay, end of the lay, and laid by older hen. What is the cause? Rubber cell due to the illness, nutritional lack of calcium or vitamins deficiency, immature cell gland at the uterus, which are present in cell gland at the uterus, cell gland, then high temperature, or births are in the process, during the process of molting. Odd colors egg, this is minor in most cases due to stress, due to heat, illness, new layer, that is. And odd colors occur due to also presence of meat or blood spots, due to sloughing of the lining of oviduct. You see the wrinkle cell also occur due to presence of double yolk in a cell and in a egg. due to copper deficiency, excess calcium, recovery from illness, odd shaped, any pear shaped, very elongated, saucer shaped, or football shaped. This is generally observed in young year and due to defective cell gland, stress or overcrowding. Calcium deposits and due to pimples, that axial calcium defective cell gland, stress, sometimes seen as dust coating due to presence of dust and in the shade. The hen that laid off a poorly textured egg with thin cells are usually not selected. Yani, those hen which are producing roughly or poorly textured egg having thin cells should not be selected for egg production. The breaking strength is measured by cell thickness. Breaking strength of egg is measured by thickness of the egg cell. It should be fairly high in commercial eggs, and the breaking strength should be fairly high in commercial eggs because these eggs are transported for a long distance to reach the consumer. Breaking strength is an inherited trait, but feeding and environmental factors also affect it. Cell thickness decreases in summer. Any egg cell thickness decreases in summer months and due to some disease condition. Since calcium carbonate is the essential component of egg cell, it should be available to birds in required quantity for obtaining eggs with better cells. And so calcium should be provided and supplemented in the feed for better egg cell strength. Utilization of calcium depends on proper calcium phosphorus ratio. Whatever calcium we are provided or supplemented in the feed of the layer is should depends upon how much calcium should be utilized by the bird should depend on the proper ratio of calcium and phosphorus. Generally, in case of boiler, it is calcium phosphorus is 2:1, but in layer case it is even go to 4:1. So it depends on calcium and phosphorus ratio and availability of vitamin D. Vitamin D are available or not for absorption of calcium or proper utilization of calcium. Next is when we see the volume internal quality, just albumin or yolk. The thick albumin is most preferred in thin albumin to the thin albumin, so also eggs in high proportion of yolk. Yani above the yolk there are 3 layers of albumin. First thin layer, then thick layer, again thin layer. So thick layer is most preferred by the consumer in comparison to thin layer. The albumin quality can be judged by either measuring the height of the thick albumin. When you break the eye in a petri dish or in a plate, then you see the height of the albumin. That is called thickness of albumin or height of the albumin or Hag index, HAUGH, Hag unit. It is expressed in Hag unit. Yolk quality is determined by yolk index. A good layer usually lay egg with more thin albumin than thick albumin, because why a good layer produce more thin layer eggs than thick layer, because they have to produce large number of eggs in a laying cycle. So there is more chances of thin albumin than thick albumin. A small egg comparatively have more yolk than large egg. If you compare the large egg and large egg and a small egg, then you see that because generally yolk is coming from ovary. It is not secreted or deposited in the reproductive tract or oviduct. So approximately the size of yolk is fixed. Only albumin is secreted in magnum. So its quantity should be high or low. So when you compare the small size egg and large size egg, then you see that the yolk quantity is higher in a small egg than large eggs. It's a variation is noticed among strains, another among families and individuals within a family of blood and meat sprouts. You sometimes see inside the egg there are blood sprouts and meat sprouts. Why it occurs? It occurs due to sloughing of reproductive tract or oviduct due to some disease, due to friction, mm, yeah, rupture of any uh, arterioles or venules. Due to this, blood sprouts or meat sprouts come in the egg. Although the nutritive value is not affected by blood and meat spot. And if when meat spot and blood spot are present in the egg, the nutritive value of it is not affected. No, no. But it is not pleasing in seeing. Hence, incidence of blood and meat spots should be reduced to minimum by appropriate selection. It is also sometimes a breed characteristic and it depends on individual birds or breed of birds. So, by selection, the chances of blood and meat spots in the egg can be reduced. Next, cleanliness of egg. You see, the lower egg is how much clean. It is looking very attractive. You see the dirty eggs. In these 4 eggs, you see 2 eggs are dirty, 2 eggs are clean. So that is the cleanliness of egg. Why? Because eggs are dirty, then there is chances of entry of microbes inside the egg. Inside the egg. And spoil the egg or yolk or albumin. Eggs collected from deep fetal system more dirty than cage system. And so never clean the egg by washing water. Egg is only cleaned by just like scrubs, yeah, sponge or rough cloth, rough applicator, just only rub and clean the eggs. If we clean in the water, then there will be more chances of entry of microbes in the egg. Volume of eggs. Volume is also one of the indicator of egg size. Egg volume is directly proportional to egg size. You see in 3x, this has a small volume and this has a small volume. This has largest volume. The volume of fresh egg will always be less than the egg weight. Yani volume is always less than the egg weight when it is laid by the and when it is fresh or freshly laid by the layer. However, a small will have greater volume by weight ratio. If you see the weight ratio, volume by weight ratio, then volume is small, weight is higher, then it is greater in a small egg in comparison to large eggs. How can you test the egg is fresh or not? You see, take a glass of water, and then drop the egg. If it is just slightly on the bottom or slightly above the bottom, then it is fresh. It is above the bottom, something about the bottom, that means old, but it can be consumed, not stale. This is in the middle, then it is stale, it can't be eaten by the consumer. And when it is floating on the surface of the water level, then it is very old, it should be neglected or rejected, it can't be used as food. A specific gravity of eggs, the indication of egg cell quality and its freshness. It indicates the egg cell quality and its freshness. The fresh eggs will have higher specific gravity than old and long stored eggs. Why eggs are floating? Because in older eggs there is large size of air cell in the egg. That is why it is floating. Because there will be a loss of moisture in the old eggs, which in turn replaced by air. So air cell will become bigger as egg is stored for long time. Similarly, eggs having a stronger cell will have higher specific gravity than thin cell egg. Okay. A normal egg will have a specific gravity of 1.06. A normal egg have a specific gravity of 1.06. Any volume less than this indicates that the egg is old or the eggs are thin cell. If a specific gravity higher than 1.06 or lower than 0.6, then that means egg is old, stored for a long time, or egg have thin cell. A specific gravity, how can we calculate a specific gravity? It is a ratio, that is weight of egg in gram divided by volume of egg in ml or cc, and weight by volume, that is a specific gravity. Surface area of egg. Surface area of an egg is directly proportional to egg size. Okay, the surface area will be more for elongated eggs than an spherical egg. You see, a spherical egg have a smaller surface area in comparison to elongated egg. Why? When we calculate the surface area, you see the formula that 12.6 multiplied by length and width of egg divided by 4 and 2. All variants you say 12.6, 4 or 2 are fixed. That is constant. There is only variable length and width. If in elongated egg you see the length is more, and in oval egg, no oval and rounded egg, a spherical egg, they are equal length and width. So the surface area for a spherical egg, a rounded egg, is smaller in comparison to elongated egg. Next characteristic is broodiness, that is mothering ability. That means the birds who have the ability to incubate the eggs or brood the young chicks, that is broodiness. It is the condition in which females stop laying. I have told you that during the broodiness, birds don't lay egg, and so tendency for nesting. Ideal character for the propagation of a species is wild condition. Broodiness is ideal for wild condition, but fairly undesirable for commercial birds. In commercial birds, it is completely eliminated due to continuous selection. It heavy breeds like Rhode Island Red, Australorps, white Plymouth Rocks still show varying amount of broodiness. Broodiness is determined by complementary gene and also have a sex-linked basis. Yani broodiness is occur due to complementary genes or sex-linked genes. Next is body size. We are always discussing. Previously, I have told you that large size birds produce large size egg. So, the optimum body size of hen at the laying is important. Laying is important factor to be considered for satisfactory egg size and persistency. Hence, body weight at 20 weeks or 40 weeks are monitored to maintain good egg production and egg weight. Yani, in the life in a cycle, at the age of 20 weeks, when birds are start to laying eggs, and at 40 weeks of age, the egg size, egg production is monitored for good egg size or good egg weight. A small or intermediate body weight is preferred in layers. A small or medium size body weight is preferred for layer. Optimum body size is very essential in laying chicken to obtain egg of satisfactory size. If body weight is very high or very low, then if body size is very high, then egg production is poor. If body size is very low, then again there is poor egg production. So optimum size will be necessary for higher egg production and optimum size of egg. Body weight at all stages is highly heritable, and it is easily transmitted to the next generation and improved by simple mass selection. Next economic traits is fertility and hatchability of eggs. Fertility refers to capacity to produce fertilization of egg by union of sperm with ovum, which takes place in the infundibulum. Percentage fertility, number of fertile eggs divided by total number of eggs. Multiply by 100, that is percentage fertility. Yani you have a 100 layer and they are producing 100 eggs. Suppose they are producing 100 eggs. In 100 eggs, how many eggs are fertile is divided by total number and 100 eggs and multiply by 100. Then it is give us the ratio of percentage fertility. Hatchability, the percentage of chicks hatch out of total number of eggs set. Yani if we are setting in the incubator in the hatcher 100 eggs, then how many chicks are hatched from that egg? That is hatchability. Okay. It is measured in two forms, and hatchability at total number of eggs set, and if total number of eggs set and 100 eggs set, then how much fertility? Hatchability will be 85 to 87%.
फर्टिलिटी वाला फिर से समझाइए ना.
And fertility that if you have 100 layer and they are producing, just for example, they are producing 100 eggs. Okay. Then we see that how many eggs are fertile. It is observed by candling the egg. We see the blood, red blood vessels in the egg. Then we confirm that these eggs are fertile. Among 100 eggs, if only 80 eggs are fertile, then percentage fertility will be 80 divided by 100 multiplied by 100 means 80% fertility. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next is hatchability. And how many eggs we are set in the incubator and how many chicks are produced and hatched. That is hatchability. Means it is expressed in two terms. That is total number of eggs set in the hatchery. If we are setting 100 eggs in the hatchery and in the incubator and getting just 80 chicks, that means hatchability is 80%. If we are setting 100 fertile, not 100, matlab 90 fertile eggs, 10 are infertile eggs, and getting 80 chicks, then this is called the hatchability on the number of fertile eggs. It should be 90 to 95% because you have discarded the unfertile egg. So this is the actual figure which is showing the hatchability, better hatchability. Generally, when we are setting the eggs in the incubator, first we candling the eggs and remove the infertile egg. After that, we set the egg in the incubator. When we are transferring the eggs on the 18th day from setter to hatcher, then again we candle. Again we candle that how many fertile eggs have developed germs, embryo, in which eggs the embryo is dead. And there are 2 10 at the time of setting eggs in the hatcher, the setter, and second at the time of transferring egg from setter to hatcher. That's 18th day. So 2 times we make the candling to remove the infertile egg or dead in germ egg. That is dead egg with dead embryo. And finally, at 21st day, 20 to 21st day, hatching will start and chicks will be hatched from the egg. So this is the actual period. Okay. And when we calculate the hatchability on the total number of eggs set, then it should be 85 to 87%. When we calculate the hatchability on the setting of only fertile egg, then it must be 90 to 95%. Okay. You see the infertile egg, they are transparent. You see the fertile egg, you see the venation, blood venation, reddish coloration. Factors affecting the fertility of eggs. And what are the factors which affect the fertility of eggs? First, age of parent stock means at the age of up to 40 weeks they have maximum 25 to 40 weeks they have maximum fertility. After that fertility will be reduced. Breed, which lighter breeds have more fertile, producing more fertile eggs than heavier breeds like the boiler breeder. Genetic factor, many genes influence fertility, that is find out the gene responsible for rojcom lower the fertility in males. Yani when you see the male of Wyandotte breed, then you see they have the rose, and when the male have a rojcom is responsible for less fertility in male, not female, male. So their sperm are not capable to fertilize the egg and ovum. Environmental factor, that is very high, very low temperature, disease condition, Serranic disease, mycoplasmosis, salmonella affect the fertility. Sex ratio, that is generally we give the recommended sex ratio is 1 to 50 or 16. And all 15 to 16 female, 1 male. In layer, in boiler breeder, at 10 to 12, for 10 to 12 hen, 1 cock, and in quail, 1 male for 2 female. If the semen volume, sperm concentration in semen, and number of successful mating also affect the fertility. Inseminating birds during the afternoon can lower the fertility. You know that when there are eggs in the oviduct at the time of afternoon, then they will withhold the egg for whole night and lay egg on next day. And that is why it just block the entry of a sperm from a sperm pocket, that is from vent to reach to the infundibulum. So it also reduces the fertility. Next, nutritional factor. This is just like vitamin A, D, biotin, pantothenic acid, B2, minerals like calcium, phosphorus, sodium, magnesium, zinc, and iodine lower the fertility of egg. Photoperiod, any photoperiod on the light period, which that is optimum light period is 16 to 16 hours. If we lower the light period below 12 hours or increasing more than 18 hours, it also reduces the fertility. Male nutrition, if the male nutrition is poor, then their sperm quality is also poor. So male breeder should be fed with lower protein level of 12 to 14% for optimum fertility. And for optimum fertility, cock should be given the feed having 12 to 14% food protein. Next, factors affecting hatchability of eggs. Any factors affecting hatchability of eggs, that is breed, strain, individual variation, presence of lethal or semi-lethal genes like creeper, crook toe, crook beak, polydactyl condition, and more than 4 digit claw, that is polydactyl. Intense inbreeding also reduce the fertility, but outbreeding and crossbreeding improve the fertility and hatchability. Eggs having the abnormal shape, too small, too extra large eggs, or thin celled eggs have a poor celled egg with poor internal quality, have lower hatchability. Management factor also of the breeding stock is also affects the hatchability, that is vitamin B2 deficiency cause 0% hatchability, vitamin A, B2, E are critical vitamins which affect hatchability. Too high or very low temperature in breeder house also affect the hatchability, that it becomes lower in very high and very low temperature. Hatchability higher in eggs from younger stock, younger flock, and vice versa. Yani eggs from younger stock have high hatchability in comparison to older egg stock. So eggs from births between age 21 to 40 weeks hatch well. After 40 weeks, they have poor hatchability of chicks. It's a faulty pre-incubation storage condition for eggs reduce the hatchability considerably. Yani eggs are kept in the storage before setting in the incubator also affect the hatchability of chicks or eggs. Its optimum temperature and humidity incubator is most essential for desired hatchability. If it is temperature 101.5 degree Fahrenheit and more, then hatchability or lower. If temperature in set at incubator, if it's lower than 99 degree Fahrenheit